Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
We are here for our update of the week. We're a bit later than we normally are because we've just had a really good chat with Lee, who is running the development work for Hey Monika, and we've made a really nice roadmap. We just come to talk about, we have our usual meeting in public because we're building in public.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting to think about the next. So I feel like this week we have managed to get lots of the things that were frustrating us sorted. And I went through Vanessa's scenario and it was so good. And I was like, yeah, and it was all working and it was, yeah. And I got
all the videos were there, all the documents
all
in the right place.
And it
you
just
got full marks, did you, Jo?
Yeah, well, after I'd gone through it quite a few times.
Oh, okay. Third attempt or fourth attempt.
No, actually, I was quite impressed with myself. I was like, oh, I'm going to just guess at this one and see, do I know it? And then I was watching the videos and I was like, oh, these are so helpful. And I know that Nadia went through the new one with Freddie socials this week. And she was like, oh, my God, I've learned about pivot tables and stuff. So, yeah, I feel like we've got over a hump in the road.
Oh, yes. It's been going on since the start, really. So it's so great to manage our own products and content now. That's a big thing for me.
Not that we're control freaks.
No. But it's a content, this is a content game, really, isn't it? Our job is, we obviously need to make sure the infrastructure works. So if you're a student and you're working through Hey Monika, you need to know that it is going to function and do the thing you expect it to do. And that was upsetting us, that it wasn't giving you the right documents, or the wrong video was showing up at the wrong time. Things like that were just driving us mad and we couldn't change it. And now we can change it. But what we can also do is, like the Fred socials, who knew I could build a scenario? But I was actually able to put something together in a few days, which I haven't been able to work like that before. So that was great.
Yeah, freedom and autonomy. It's a beautiful place to be. So that's exciting. So now we're looking to the future and what's next. And we've just kind of come up and decided on what is the next big thing. We can keep creating scenarios. That is a given. That's fine. But what else do we want it to look like?
Yeah,
it's exciting. Yeah. So we went back to our values. We went back to why we started Hey Monika, and it's all about confidence to earn money from your skills, whether that is starting your own business, whether that is getting that next promotion, whether that's getting a job, whatever it is. And so that's the next thing. So we were thinking, well, how do we help you build confidence? So what we're looking at, and we'd love your feedback on, is how do we create a live confidence CV, but also something that you can use in your sales page if you're starting a business. You can use in your discovery call or your brochures or whatever it is that you're using, or you can add it to your CV or your covering letter for a job application, those kind of things. So we're looking at building this kind of online portal that shows how consistent you're being with Hey Monika, how you're imagine you don't have, and this is how I see it. Imagine you need to make money, but you need to build confidence. So imagine going in and acting that Hey Monika, that the clients there are your clients, and you go and you do the work, and then you've got a proven record of what you're achieving, what you're doing, what software you're working with, what kind of scenarios, what kind of industries, what type of companies, what kind of tasks you're doing, and you're just building out this kind of this portal that you can share, that could be public with people that or somebody in your field.
It's like having when I think about LinkedIn, when you see your visible LinkedIn profile, you build that out so that employers know what you can do, but it's based on what you're saying you can do. You could put anything on there. But actually, if Hey Monika is populating it because you have actually completed something, there's a validation that you've been through this process and you have got the score. You can't lie on your Hey Monika CV.
And then you can, like, with the community that we have with Hey Monika, when other people see that other people are starting to get the next role or whatever because they've used this, they're going to believe in it, and then they're going to believe in themselves more. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I see it as well as like if you've got your own bookkeeping practice or accountancy practice, and some clients can come in and search for somebody in their field.
And it's sometimes hard as well when you get these questions, you know, from prospective clients of, well, what's the difference between what you do and what the next bookkeeper does? And sometimes that can be really varied depending on, you know, are you a specialist in payroll? Not talking Nicola. Tax? Is it general bookkeeping? Do you do a little bit of accounts, etc.? And you've got all of that ready to go.
Yeah, and for employers, you know, they can have their teams on there and they can see that, you know, what are they doing for their own CPD, and where are their gaps in their learnings, and what scenario do they want them to take on so that they can fulfill a role in the business that they're already in. That visibility is just really exciting and open to so many uses, but like mainly why we started. So it's cool.
Yeah, so we'd love to know, if you're watching this, we'd love to know whether you would benefit from having a way to like externally show the work experience that you've had, that you've been able to build, and the skills that you've got, whether that's like skills of particular software or skills in terms of bookkeeping skills or industries that you're familiar with, or something else that we haven't thought of, because I think this is something we're going to work on over the next few months. But also, you know, if you're watching this and you are a larger business and you've got trainees that you need to train, how valuable would it be for you to have this kind of information about how your team are progressing? A bit like the way you get feedback when your team are doing their, or, you know, like when they're doing their training, and you can see from their training provider how well they're progressing. Would it be helpful to see that they're doing this kind of experience as well? Because I think it might be like, you want to know that it's worthwhile investing in any subscription, don't you? You don't want to just say, oh, there's this thing you can use if you feel like it. You want to say there's this thing you can use, and we're going to use this as part of measuring your performance and your growth and development. And that makes it a different investment.
Yeah, really does. It's really exciting. And then we spoke about marketing, like what we're going to do next to market and share the word of Hey Monika. And
you want, I think, can't we? That's
yeah. But yeah, so we were thinking about potentially like getting people together, like how do we help people with confidence in a live event is what we wanted to think about. And you know, bringing people together and having fun, but also going away like with not more on your to-do list or more, I don't know, confusion sometimes. And so we're thinking about that, how we can bring people together and have some fun. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
How would you like to bring people together and have fun? What would you girls like to see?
No, not a tent.
No, not a tent. Definitely not a tent. Not in my condition anyway. But
not a conference centre, I think.
Not a conference centre, no.
A break from the norm. I think
break from the norm, yeah. Something different.
Something different where people can still come together, still learn, but make it more of a hands-on experience. Because as you say, sometimes with some of the events that I've been to in the past or get-togethers, you do end up with that list of things to do, and it's so overwhelming that you don't get to it, or maybe you tick off one or two things, but you go home feeling a little bit anxious actually, because you think, oh my God, it's all these things I've got to do. Yeah. Whereas it'd be nice to have something that's hands-on, people can do in the moment, learn from, enjoy, have fun with it as well. And it not be a stuffy sort of, you know, same old conference, I guess. Something just fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will keep thinking and brainstorming about that. But for now, we are going to be creating more scenarios and start designing this live CV kind of extra portal piece, which I'm really excited to see what that looks like. So it can help people.
The next big thing is going to be the changes to the help.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was at the beginning of the meeting.
We've forgotten about that because it was earlier on.
We spent ages on that as well.
We did spend ages on that, and that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So we at the moment, the way you see the help section, when you're working through a scenario, you can click on get help, and then it takes you to some help documentation. There's a bit there might be like a description of what the help documentation is, or what the videos might include, or it might be the help itself. And then there's some videos that will take you through various steps. And you can chat with Monika as well if you need support. So some of it is like documentation that supports the scenario, and some of it is a chat with Monika, your AI like mentor. But we were saying, well, actually, would it be better if Monika sat on the same page as where you're viewing the question, so you can chat with her? And also, do we want to bring some of those different help documents, what was the word? Videos. There was another word we used. Help. Resources.
No, there was
I believe none of us know this. This is how much like this. You just get so blind to it, don't you?
Yeah. It was chat with Monika, wasn't it? Help from Monika, help documents, help videos, and maybe a link to the full run through on YouTube.
Definitely a help something. Anyway, we were talking about whether we should bring those together because it's too many things, and you kind of want, because they don't all have the same number of videos or documents, we would love to see like a number that says there are 2 videos here to watch. So we've been talking about that, and just how we make it like full screen help, full screen chat with Monika, full screen chat with the client, just like you see the client now. And it feels good, doesn't it, to have just simplified that and brought things together.
I felt like the help function was like hiding up at the top very small, and that's probably going to be it's the most important part of working through the scenario. Really, it needs to be front of house, shall we say?
Front of mind, 100%.
Yeah. What I'd like to know as well from anyone watching is whether you'd like us to be putting together full run-throughs of scenarios. Would that be valuable for you? It's a time investment for us. It's something we hope we could go into the Facebook group and do. So maybe that will happen. But we can take you through it step by step with different documents and help videos at different points. But do you want to see us run through it end to end? Or are you likely to check the answer before you do? Sometimes it's really reassuring sometimes to work alongside someone, isn't it, while they do it?
That's what mentors do, isn't it? And so some people will be like, no, I want to do it by myself, and no, I haven't learned it, and it's just me. Other people will be like, no, this time I'd like to do it, and I'll come back to it later and figure out if I actually know it myself. So everyone's different.
If you've done it, it's good to work alongside someone to understand their thought process, because you might not have thought about such a thing a certain way before.
No.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking about doing like live sessions. I was going to go and ask in the group whether people would want to attend a live session. Either going through one scenario at a time over the next few months, or just being there so people can ask questions about the different scenarios that they're working on at the time, and we've got somebody live to ask questions to.
Yeah, because we could have a live scenario with Vanessa, or a jump on, a drop in, and we'll help you with where you're stuck.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds good.
Nice. Great. Wow. Anything else we haven't thought of? What have we got to do? We're meeting up again on Thursday morning, aren't we? That's our team early morning meeting. Lee definitely thought we needed like a full-time salesperson.
Yeah.
We'll see. We've got to be full-time salespeople now. That's our job.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's us now.
Sell, people.
We want more people using it, the product.
Yeah. I think our biggest challenge is that people don't always have time. They sign up, they want to use it, they've got all the intentions, and then they don't have the time. And I think that is a decision about time, isn't it? It's about what's my priority right now, and is there something else because we're not saying like if you sign up for anything you need to make time. What we're saying is like remove something else that doesn't need your time and do this instead. Especially when we can like validate like all the work you've done up until the point when we get this live CV functionality, however this looks.
And that's it. It's about momentum, and it's about achieving and feeling that you're getting something out of it. And that's what our next role is. But we had to create this bit to know that. And that's why, I think we're, like Lee said, we're coming out of the MVP stage because we have that. But now it's like, okay, what's next? How do we build confidence? And I think this is the key.
How do you girls feel? Sorry, I know it's like nearly 6 o'clock. I'm just wondering, like, you know, that what he said about being out of MVP stage. Do you feel we are? What do you feel we have a minimum viable product? Do you think that's what we're selling right now?
Yeah,
we sold it to more than 100 people. So
I definitely
think it's now just sticking, as Jo says, to the confidence element. What can we do? What else can we do? To help.
Sorry, this little fellow wanted his walk.
Oh,
You know, 6 o'clock is walking time, so
you know, he's like dead on the dot. He's like, "Come on, Mum."
He starts scratching at me about 5:02 usually.
Oh my goodness, he's like clockwork.
I heard something really funny about dogs and timings, and apparently it's all down to certain smells in the house. So you know, when you leave the house, they're aware of your smell, obviously, and over time that declines. So they know when you're coming home, and that's where it comes from. Yeah, I was like,
are you calling Nicholas stinky?
But it can have a smell.
You sat in that chair for too long. You need some fresh air.
Right. Well, you better go and do walkies.
Oh, his ears pricked up then.
Yes.
You heard the W word.
Oh no, we can't say that in this house.
Yeah, I was going to say mine's going to come out.
Sorry. I've got cats, so I'm like.
Yeah, you can say it all you want.
My kids are trying to get the cats to sit. I'm like, they are never sitting for you.
Cats just do whatever they want.
If you get them to do that, can you record it? I've never seen a cat sit in my life.
No.
Not on demand.
No. It'll keep them busy throughout the summer holidays. That could be their project. Amazing. Thank you, everyone.
Nice one, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.